Welcome back to another video. We're going to take a look at how we can integrate 3D scans within Blender. So this will be the case of an OBJ, and let's take a look at the file over here. So this was 3D scan using Artec Lego. We see that this will be a diver helmet. I will leave the link in the video description if you want to follow along. And within the free download, we're going to see the file format will be OBJ, so 120 megabytes. This is archived. And we see the model over here, so this will be under Creative Commons License V4. Okay, so within Blender, this is the default scene. And if I will go to File, Import Wavefront OBJ, within Downloads, this will be the file. So we see over here the file size. This will be larger than the one that has been extracted from the archive. So if I will import this, we're going to see that by default, this will be imported at a large scale. This is due to the fact that Blender has meters as a default unit, while the 3D scan was done using millimeters. So what we have to do is to scale this down. So I will press S with the helmet selected, and I will type in 0.001. And afterwards I will press enter. Now the model has been shrinked. If I will press on the comma, that will zoom me onto the selected. And we know that by default, the cube within Blender has 2 meters. We can also use the measure tool over here. And I can also have this snapped. And we're going to see that this will have 2 meters. Now I will select it and delete it only to have the helmet remaining. Since this is an OBJ file, I can also enable viewport shading. And this will show me the texture that was 3D scanned. In this case, we see that it takes a little bit of time in order to swap the material preview, since the model is quite high. But Blender should be able to do that. So I'm currently using Blender 4.2.1 long-term support, and we see that the texture has appeared over here. We can also further adjust it under the material. So I can swap over here the metallic. For example, I want this to be 0.5, and we're going to see that it will have a different shading over here. Or we can add a little bit of roughness. So in this case, I will add some roughness so that the diver helmet will not be so shiny. Now, let's see how we can add this, for example, to a character. So over here within Blender Kit, for the 3D models, I will type in person. And let's take a look at the models available over here. I'm using the free version of Blender Kit, so I will only select those models. And we have over here the human fill, so the model created by Ibrahim Syed over here. I will drag and drop this within the scene. And the main advantage is that most models within Blender Kit, they are at the true scale. So we see that this character, which has been generated using photogrammetry, as we can see, has been added at a true scale. Now, for the helmet, I will select it. Usually for 3D scans, it's also important to define the origin. So in this case, the origin was set over here. It will be the orange dot in the middle. If, for example, that point is located, for example, I will just move it over here by holding down Shift, right click, Object, Set Origin, Origin to 3D Cursor. And we see that now the origin of the 3D scan has been added over there. That means if I will do a rotation, the 3D scan will rotate around that point. So usually it's important to recenter the origin of your 3D scans. So you can do that within Blender by going to Object, Set Origin, Origin to Geometry. And you're going to see the origin swapped over there, snapped to the middle. So with the origin centered, I can select it, and I will press G for grab. I will disable the snapping, and I will move the helmet over here. Now I need to rotate it, so I press R for rotation. I will also select the axis, in this case will be X, and I will rotate this minus 90 degrees. And afterwards, if I will press 7 on the numpad, I can go to the top view, and over here I can align this with the character. So around the z-axis, the helmet should be turned like this. And now all I have to do is to position the helmet onto the user head. We see over here that there are some overlapping meshes with the back of the character. So I will just slightly move that. I can also move it over here. So using the grab tool, these are the global axes. So with grabbing, I can move it like this. For example, y-axis will be this one. But since I rotated the helmet, I would like to have the normal direction. So I can go over here and I can swap this to local. And in this case, we're going to see that the helmet will now move locally onto the y-axis. And again, I can rechange a little bit the position, but if I will try to adjust over here on the back, we're going to see that the chin and the nose of the character will be sticking out over there. So what we can do a rotation on the x-axis, and afterwards move it over here. So we see that now the helmet is slightly better adjusted to the character. So the rotation should be something like this. And this is our character with the 3D scan helmet. So I hope you enjoy this kind of content. If you are working with 3D scans, I highly recommend you to use Blender to further adjust your 3D scans. So if you enjoy this kind of content, I will position a similar video that you can follow on the left side of the screen, and I will also add a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.